Hello, my name is Paul, and for the past 5 years I've been on a bit of a downward spiral in this yard. I have a lockup full of parts that I've not really known what to do with. I have another lockup full of parts that I've not really known what to do with. And for the past year, I've just wanted out. I've wanted to wash my hands of the responsibility, even though I've not really said it exactly like that. But something has changed. There's been a steady build up to this over the past few months where I've changed the kind of things I eat. Suddenly, last week, I had what you might call an epiphany, where I realised that it is within my powers to actually change this and turn the whole place around from being just a dump with bits everywhere to somewhere that makes sense, somewhere that has parts available for the people that want them, somewhere that can make me money rather than lose me money. So, good day. And today will be a good day because not only am I going to get rid of my beard, or most of it anyway, I'm going to put up for sale lots of stuff. And when I say lots of stuff, I mean everything. I've got a cold face now, and hopefully I'll do a better job of organising my parts than what I did do with my beard, because that's really crap. I've cleared an area on my bench of leaves, and I shall use this as my display area. I shall then photograph things, put it on Facebook Marketplace, because I'm not going to eBay, and then provide links from here straight to that. And I will do it with everything. Essentially, an introduction to the idea and to see it get started, and then a big catalogue, if you will. A little while back, I tried something a bit like this, where I went to the other lockup and started emptying a shelf and then repopulating that shelf and making an inventory for that particular, and then just writing up an inventory. But this takes it the next step at the same time and makes more sense, because not only will I know what I have, but it will be available for sale, and then within that advert I shall make some sort of note as to where the item is, so that I don't have to go searching for it. And this week, this bunged up nose will go away. I'm determined. I shall chase it away like a rabbit running from a fox in a bingo hall. My aim for today and tomorrow is to list £1,000 worth of parts. That can be very easy just by overpricing things, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this with some hard work. So I'm going to start with something that very few people will be interested in at all, which is this MG-F40F scuttle panel, and take it from there. Oh, lonely window regulator on the shelf, how you shall find yourself a new home. That Rover 45 400 ZS window regulator I've just advertised for £20. And then I looked on Rimmer Brothers just to see whether it was actually the correct side, because sometimes markings get confused, okay, and it was the right one. But Rimmer Brothers want £221 for the same thing. Obviously it's new, but that one's been tested on a car, so that definitely works. Then on the same shelf I had this box with some wheel nuts, which I should keep, some Renault locking wheel nuts and some other wheel nuts, and some just general second-hand parts that I can't really sell these, but I should just keep them in storage. Yeah, but I still need to know what's going on in there, because in the past I've taken various bits off and thought, well, that could come in handy at some point, and then it just goes into a box, and then the box goes into a corner and it ends up with another box on top of that, and that's how my bottom lockup has ended up with, well, thousands of parts, but just no real organisation. Well, a few hours in, and I've managed to list what I would consider to be about £730 worth of stock just from that corner. Just past 4 o'clock, and I've been summoned, so I've got to go. But the good news is, my list of items that I have already put up now comes to a fair bit. And I've already sold the Rover 25 headlamp protectors. And it looks like I might be selling the dash as well from the 75. The next day, and everything's still quite positive. You see, the Rover 25 headlamp guards have been paid for, and they're going to Cornwall. Rover 75 light oak dashboard has been paid for, and it will be going to Scotland. The Rover 75 mesh grille has been paid for, and that'll be going Wales, I think. Big book of maintenance. On top of this, I had an email asking for the MGTF headlamps. It's all going quite well. Let's keep it that way. I'm waiting for a Joe. Not a Joe Wicks. Oh, Joey Tempest. It's only Rover Joe. Rover Joe was the first other YouTube person I ever met.
Indeed, back in 2020, wasn't it?
Well, was that at the Motorist?
It was, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought, no, maybe then. It was, no, it wasn't. I just think, was it Furious Pat?
Can't remember, it's been so long.
It was that, wasn't it?
I think it might have been that, yeah.
Let's stop this conversation from being tedious.
Yeah.
And tell me why you're here today.
Right, so, I need...
Joe has come along and he's filled his car up with a load of bits.
Yeah, bits.
Yeah, do you want to show us what you've got?
Alright, let's have a rummage.
Joe will hopefully be coming back to the land of YouTube at some point.
Hopefully, yeah. I've taken a bit of a break from it because I've just had other things in life that I needed to get done. But yeah, here we go. So we've got bits in car.
Yeah, door cards.
Door cards from the Rover 200.
The pocket.
The pocket for me mate.
The pocket mate.
No, the pocket for me mate because
Right.
he was after it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I needed a, yeah. So I've got that for Civic, as we know, Civic and Honda, Civic and Honda, Rover and Honda.
Yeah.
The Civic is the same as a 45, pretty
Yeah,
much.
they are, yeah.
Yeah.
So lots of bits are interchangeable.
Certainly are.
And some wheel trims.
Wheel trims. I want to get these painted, refurbished, and have a nice set for car shows. And what else have we got?
Well, switches.
Switches.
There's some other bits of trim as well.
There was, yeah, bits for bumper.
3 hours worth of just rummaging.
Mm.
Do you realise? 3 hours almost.
3 hours of rummaging.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm.
Look at his plate.
It's not bad, is it?
No.
Tell you what, I've had a few people offering me stuff for it.
What sort of stuff?
Money.
Oh, right. Why haven't I done this before? Why don't I keep a permanent place to just sit down in here? Because I don't want to spend too much time sat down. So, although I did sit down to explain something else, I'm now going to get up without doing it. Welcome still. It's raining and it's Thursday, but I don't care about any of that. I'm here doing some bits, sending some stuff out. See here, 3 items to be sent out today. I would have liked to have got them off yesterday, but I didn't get a chance. I wasn't down here yesterday. And in this box here are the 2 headlamps that came off the car called Susie Sunshine. These want to go to Berkshire. Is it Berkshire? Can't remember. I best find out before I send them. But I can't do until I wrap them up properly so they don't clang against each other and break bits of lugs off, etc. You know, if you leave them loose in a box, they'll have a fight. And being as the box is quite big, means it's got to go via courier rather than the post office. And they do, encourage fighting. Coffee. Nice. Selling parts that I don't like is actually sending them. Because there's worry about whether it gets there or not. There's worry about whether it gets there broken. There's worry sometimes that your customer may be a little bit unscrupulous and pretend that it's broken when in fact it isn't or hasn't turned up, etc. And then there's the time spent packaging, finding things and writing labels out and then going to the post office, which is invariably shut. But one should not let a couple of minor inconveniences get in the way of progress, and I'm not. So, although it's raining and I've got to guard these parcels so that anything on there is just disintegrate the cardboard, the ink. Oh, it's raining! Let's disintegrate all over the pavement, shall we? They do speak like that as well. Still doing it again! Got to keep checking myself that I don't just turn into a robot every 10 minutes. Today is the 18th of December. That means next week is, well, Christmas. In fact, oh yeah, this time next week it will be Christmas Day. So for most people, what's happening is winding down, finishing work for the year, etc., spending more time with family and children. But for me, it's going to be a bit the opposite way round, because I'm going to have the opportunity to spend more time sorting this lot out. So week 2 is going to be a bit of a bonanza. Can't wait. There's no guarantee though, is there? Not really. I can list another £1,000 worth of parts and sell nothing. In actual fact, I've managed to get to £1,600 so far on my piece of paper, and I've made about £90. But I would not have that £90 if it wasn't for the effort in the first place. So I shall carry on going. Even having something like this for sale, which isn't the kind of item that breaks very often. Well, actually this one has. Look, that's come off. That's what goes wrong with these switch packs. So I've got a load over there that are fine, and this one I've got to mend with another switch pack, which will be like a rear window, because these parts are exactly the same. It's just that they don't get used very much, whereas these ones do. That one there, which is the driver's door. Some people are rather heavy-fingered. You know, they'll just smash their big sausage fingers down on the rather flimsy plastic and just make a not a meal, not a hash, not a mess, something else. I'm thinking of another word. It'll come to me at some point. My purpose of coming to work today was solely to wrap those parcels up. One small setback was I sold a new item to a chap in Bradford, and he's since messaged me and said he can't get it working. So, you know, I've got to go and collect it and give him some money back. This is the end of the first week of being very positive about the yard, about the future of the yard. Couple of hiccups. Well, 3. And that really is the end of this first episode. Join me this time next week, where you'll see a whole load more done as well. I'm very much looking forward to it, where I shall start tackling the chaos of the bottom lockup, somewhere that I've been sulking away from for quite a while. Now, I actually feel quite excited to get down there and do something with it. Ta-ta for now. So, some of you will know, look at all that shit in the background, I'm glad it's not mine. Some of you will know Rover Joe anyway, and so I'll put a link in this video, and you can go and watch his old videos, if you want.
Yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, you could try and be a bit more forceful.
Watch them now.
No one's going to do that if you tell. But people don't respond well to being told what to do.
No, they don't. Like, comment and subscribe.